My people, gather around and listen, for I have a story to tell, a story of love, heartbreak, and destiny. In a small Pentecostal church, there lived a young man called J.K. He was not rich, he had no fine job, but he carried a rare gift. When Kojo touched the keyboard, the church shook with the presence of God. His guitar sang like thunder, and his drums carried the heartbeat of the people. Yes, Kojo was not just a boy, he was music itself. Steiny. Now, in that same church was Amina, a nurse with beauty, ambition, and a bright smile. JK and Amina found each other, and soon love blossomed. For 3 good years they walked hand in hand, praying together, fasting together, dreaming together. Their love was pure. No intimacy, no shortcuts, only faith and respect. JK believed with all his heart that Amina was his wife-to-be. But my people, life is full of surprises. One Sunday, Amina entered the pastor's office, not with JK, but with a man called Ya. Ya was a banker, polished, well-dressed, and driving a fine car. She introduced him as the man she wanted to marry. Days later, JK's heart broke into pieces when he saw it. Wedding pictures of Amina and Ya flooding social media. The woman he prayed for, the woman he saved for, the woman he loved with his whole soul was gone. KJK fell into deep sorrow. He stopped eating and his body grew lean. He stopped laughing and his eyes grew hollow. At night, he sat alone in the empty church, pressing one note on the keyboard, tears falling on the keys. Sometimes he walked through town aimlessly, whispering to himself, "God, why me? Why me?" My people, JK was broken, crushed, and forgotten. But hear me well. God never forgets his own. One night, during an all-night service, JK played the keyboard with all his pain. The church wept, the atmosphere changed, and the visiting preacher noticed. After the service, he said to JK, "Young man, your sound must be heard by the world." That one sentence became the turning point in JK's life. Soon after, JK and his band were invited to perform at a gospel concert in South Africa. Nervous but hopeful, they traveled. And when JK touched the keyboard before thousands, the people stood, clapped, and wept. His sound carried pain, but also healing. From that stage, JK signed an international contract. His band began touring across Africa and Europe. The same JK who once wept alone was now touching nations. His music became a river of healing to millions. And what of Amina, my people? Her marriage to Yo was not what she dreamed. The banker who once seemed perfect turned into a storm. He argued, he controlled, and worst of all, he was unfaithful. Soon he lost his banking job and the riches disappeared like smoke. Amina was left alone, struggling with bills, tears, and regrets. At night, when she turned on the radio, JK music played. She wept, remembering the man who once loved her with a pure heart, but it was too late, the door had closed. And so, my friends, the story ends with a lesson. Not all that glitters is gold. JK's heartbreak became his breakthrough, while Amina's impatience became her regret. True love is not about cars, money, or appearance. True love is built on faithfulness, patience, and sacrifice. Mois wats uesitei tafoi